Hello everyone and welcome back to South LaPorte County Special Education Cooperative for the 2019-2020 school year. We're so glad to have you as part of our team. I'm Elena Coach, I'm the instructional strategist, and I'm going to do our presentation today. Our theme this year is Hero, helping everyone respect others. We can and will have a wonderful school year if we can remember to build our foundation upon respect. The respect that adults share throughout our school environment serves as a model for the students. Our agenda today is the following. We have the Master Teacher Program, our required courses, which will include our late start, early dismissals, delays and e-learning days, new procedures, our supervisor assigned trainings, para-perks, and our monthly power hour. Each year, we are required to provide you with trainings. In years past, we would have you stay after school and attend various meetings. Per your feedback, we have since found an alternative through the Master Teacher. Not only are we allowed to provide the required training, but also allow you to complete modules on days we are not physically in school, so that you can continue your normal work week. The website for the Master Teacher is portal.masterteacher.net. And this is where you will log in with the username and password that was provided for you. If your information has changed, you'll need to contact me. My information is at the bottom of the screen. Email is the best way to contact me. LaPorte has recently switched to Gmail. So, returning LaPorte Paras, you may have been provided with an email account. If that is the case, we will be updating LaPorte Para information with their accounts. If you can't access your account, let me know that as well. You don't want to wait until the last minute though and find out that you do not have access to your modules. Please log in within the next few days to ensure that you have access. Make sure that everything's working the way that it's supposed to. If it doesn't, then that way you can email me and let me know what's going on. Once you are logged into the Master Teacher, you will see Paraeducator Online Training. You will need to click in that box to access the modules that you will need to do. Once you click that box, you'll go to the next screen, and on the right side is where you'll find all of the modules available to you. In order to access those modules, you click on the blue arrow. And these modules are like PowerPoints. Some may contain videos with or without sound, and you simply read the screen until you get to the quiz at the end. The quiz or post-test typically consists of 10 multiple choice questions. Once you have answered all 10 questions, you will select Grade Exam. You must score 80% or better in order to receive your certificate for that module. Once you have completed the module and have scored 80% or better, you will receive a certificate of achievement. You will need to print that certificate out. Sometimes you can just right-click and the print will show up. Sometimes there's a download option. Each computer works differently, so you'll have to find out based on the computer that you're working on. If you complete it at home or on your cell phone, you are able to log back in at a later time and access your certificates and print them at work. So if you have left that certificate page and you're not sure how to get back into it, you just simply log back in and click on My Transcripts in order to access that certificate. If you have gone through the module and you did not score an 80% or better, do not worry. You are able to go back through and correct the questions that you got wrong. The questions will be in red, so they will let you know that they are wrong. You can go through and fix those, then regrade the exam, and you can take that quiz as many times as you need in order to get that 80%. So if you didn't pass on the first try, you can retake the test. Sometimes some of the questions get tricky where you have selected one answer, but you are able to choose multiple correct answers for that question. So that has happened before. Then once you get that passing score, your certificate will show up for you. Our required courses for the 2019-2020 school year are as follows. We've got that Para 103, Para 112, Para 113, Para 115, and Para 180. You will need to complete those 5 modules by October 31st, no exceptions. These are the required modules that you must complete as part of the required training as being a para. These courses do show up at the top of your list with a star and the given deadline. If you were hired after the start of the school year, you will have 2 months to complete those same required courses. You will be informed of that deadline at the time of hire. And again, those courses show up at the top for you. In order to receive your stipend pay for those required courses, we will be running a report on November 1st. All of those who have completed the 5 required modules will receive that stipend pay. You also must turn in the 5 certificates by that deadline for that stipend pay. Those certificates need to be turned in to Janet Kelly at the Special Ed office, which is located inside LaPorte High School. So she has asked that you don't turn in each certificate as you complete them. Hang on to all of your certificates until you have completed all 5, and then turn them all in together to Janet. And checks will be dispersed in December. Scheduled late start or early dismissals. If your school is implementing a late start day or early dismissal, you will be allowed to work your normal day. As a friendly reminder, you should have duties that your supervising teacher has assigned for you to complete during this time. You are not to, you can come in and work your normal day, and if you are not able to complete your normal day, then just note those reduced hours on your timesheet. We are not completing modules during these times. All right, time for weather-related fun. 2-hour delays. If we have a 2-hour delay, you may complete 1 module on the day of the delay before midnight, not during working hours. And remember, do not complete one of the 5 required modules. And if that delay turns into a cancellation, you can end up using that module as your power hour. More on power hours later. In your packet, you have a sample timesheet, so please refer to that so that you can see how to fill out the timesheet. You will fill out the time as you would for a normal workday. Note that it was a delay, and on the bottom of the page, you will write the date of the delay and the module that you completed. E-learning days that are scheduled. On a scheduled e-learning day, the school may require that you attend a training. If that happens, you do not need to complete a module. However, if on that e-learning day you are not assigned a duty within a building, you may complete 3 modules on the day of the e-learning day, not the night before. Remember, do not complete any of those 5 required modules. Now, let's hope this year is not as crazy as it was last year, but on an unplanned e-learning day, you're still able to complete 3 modules on the day of the e-learning day before midnight. And if a 2-hour delay was called and then it gets turned into an e-learning day, you simply complete 2 more modules. Refer to that sample timesheet as to how to fill it out. Write the day worked as normal, note an e-learning day, and at the bottom, mark the date with the 3 modules completed. School cancellation. If school has been canceled, do not complete a module. School cancellations will be made up as stated on our school calendar. So do not complete a module on a school cancellation. So an overview of our procedures. 1. Complete the 5 required modules by October 31st. Do them early so you don't have to worry about things going wrong the night before. 2. During those 2-hour delays or e-learning days, complete the required modules on that day of the event before midnight, and note this on your timesheet. Remember, do not do those 5 required modules for a 2-hour delay or e-learning day. And then 3, print out and turn in all of those 5 certificates for the required modules to Janet Kelly at the special ed office. And turn in timesheets and certificates for 2-hour delays or e-learning days to Julie Kleindienst at the special ed office. Some of you in LaPorte, your secretaries may take care of that for you, and that is fine. If you have questions, just ask your supervising teacher, and they'll let you know what to do. And because you are our heroes, we wanted to show our appreciation for all of your hard work and dedication. If you have 2 or fewer absences in a semester, you will receive a $50 stipend for each semester. Our secretaries are taking care of all documentation for this. If you are CPI certified, you will receive a $100 stipend paid at the end of the school year. You will need to turn in documentation to Janet Kelly towards the end of the school year. Memos will come out about that towards the end of the year as well. If you hold CPR certification for 120 school days, you will receive a $100 stipend paid in December or June, depending on when those 120 days are for you. Documentation needs to be turned in to Janet Kelly at the special ed office. If you have questions or think that that applies to you, let your supervising teacher know, and they can contact supervisors or myself and get you what you need to do. Then lastly, if a supervisor assigns trainings for you and they assign specific modules for you to complete, you would then receive a $100 stipend for that as well. All right, here's our monthly power hour. Those power hours are intended to give you and your supervising teacher time to meet and plan. However, if a 2-hour delay turns into a cancellation, you may use that module for that month so that you don't lose that module and time that you put in to complete that. You will need to turn in your power hour paper signed by your supervising teacher with your timesheet for the pay period in which it was completed. Some frequently asked questions, and this came up last year, was completing modules ahead of time. If you're notified about like an e-learning day ahead of time, if you can complete them the night before. And the simple answer is no. Please complete modules on the day of the event. You are not allowed to bank modules either, so don't do a whole bunch and think, oh, I'll just use this one later. They are to be done as they happen. Some of you who have worked for us for a while may have completed some of these modules before, so they may seem like you've already done them. However, the master teacher goes through and updates these modules over the summer, so there may be some slight changes, and plus some of the information is just good material to review. If you're not sure about something, always ask your supervising teacher, a supervisor, or shoot me an email and we'll get some answers for you. Thank you for all that you do to support our students each and every day. You are so much appreciated. We hope you have a wonderful school year. My contact information is at the bottom of the screen, and welcome to LaPorte.